Hello, people. So this is the first part of my service dog video series thingy wingy. Before I start, I would just like to point out I do have other clothes. Like every video I make, I seem to be wearing this or like my. I actually got a big stain on this. Fell asleep eating toffee and it drooled all down and it wouldn't come out in the wash. Yeah, so usually I'm either wearing this or my green. I think it's a cancer charity t-shirt. Um, it's just when I'm at home, I like to be comfortable. So these are the things I wear at home. I do have decent tops. I do wear them outside. So yeah, just want to point that out. So anyway, this video, this is just a very brief introduction part. This is just hang on. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is just basically. Oh my god. So it's just a very quick introduction to service dogs. So basically, a service dog is a highly trained dog who is taught to perform different tasks to aid their handler in day-to-day life. Now I've actually had someone say to me when I had that news article thingy, someone like I got so many nasty comments on that, especially due to the size of Marley. But like there's one person in particular who went, "Oh well, I trained my dog to bring me my slippers. Does that make it a service dog?" Ha 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 ha. Like they thought they were hilarious. Well, technically they said assistance dog. I'm in the UK, so we call them assistance dog. But basically, I'm assuming that people watching this are going to be American, so I'm going to say service dog. And I'm just going to talk as if I'm talking about American service dogs here. Like they do have slightly different rules in America, so I will probably be going for an American slant here. But yeah, so basically she said, does that make a service dog if I trained it to bring my slippers? So obviously no, that does not make it a service dog. That makes it a pet. It just happens to do a helpful little trick. However, if a disabled person, if they have some kind of issue where they can't go and get their own slippers, or if they have mobility problems or something, and then they taught their dog to fetch their slippers, then yes, that would be a task. I don't know what I'm doing with this, by the way. That would be a task, and it would be a service dog. So yeah, basically, the dog has to be task trained, and the owner has to be disabled. Like if you're not disabled, you can't have a service dog. I don't care what you've taught your dog to do. It's not a service dog unless you're disabled. But then it's also not, if just because you're disabled and you have a dog, it doesn't mean it's a service dog. And some people with disabilities don't even really qualify for a service dog. Like just because you have a certain condition, like that doesn't mean you automatically qualify for a service dog. Like technically there's nothing stopping anyone just going out and training their own dog regardless of what's wrong with them. And plenty of people do just fake it. Please do not do that. Don't be a faker. Don't be an idiot. Do it right. But yeah, so basically two people could have the same condition. But one of them, it could be like, it doesn't really bother them. They don't, they just don't really think about it. They just go about their life. They go to work each day, have a family, have whatever, just a normal, happy life. But then another person could have the same condition, like exact same diagnosis, but they could be affected by it in a completely different way, where it, completely limits what they can do in life, and affects them day to day and all that kind of nonsense. So that person, they would qualify for a service dog if they wanted it. Some people don't want a service dog. I mean, there's plenty of blind people that they just don't want a service dog, like, especially if they were born blind. Like they just say like, haven't needed one this far. Why, like, I don't want to have to look after a dog, like, stuff like that. Like, so yeah, I mean, just a certain diagnosis doesn't mean you're automatically qualifying for a service dog. And some people, even if they do qualify, they don't want one anyway. I think that's really all I was gonna say on this one. Yeah, so yeah, and also no, I'll leave that for the next video. Actually, I was gonna go into a couple of different rules and stuff like different rules you have for a service dog versus a pet, but I'm gonna leave that to another video because I think I already said I'm going to have a video about different rules and stuff that you should have for your dog. So I'm just going to leave it there for just now. I know it's a very brief video, but like I said, I'm going to be doing this in different sections, and each section will probably be quite small, just because I think that will make it easier for people to follow, rather than if I made like one big massive video like talking about everything at once. So yeah, this is just a little tiny introduction just to say the difference between service dog and a pet. So just to recap all of this massive video so far, service dog, you have to be disabled, it has to be task trained for your disability. And you can't just get one just because you have a certain diagnosis. You have to actually, it has to actually affect you in a way that you need help. So yeah, that's it for today. Stay safe, everybody. Please stay tuned for the next video. I'll try and do it tomorrow, maybe the next day. I don't know. I want to try and get these done quite quickly. So, because there's nothing worse than when someone makes like a video series thingy on YouTube and they put the first one up and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna do all these other ones. And then like a month later, you're like, right, where's part 2? Like, nobody likes to do that. No one wants to wait like that. So yeah, right. This is just my first little one. So part 2 will be either tomorrow or the next day. And that will be, I think it will be about like I said, like sort of rules for service dogs and stuff. And then I'll also be talking about like tasks and all sorts of things. Not on that next video, I mean just future videos. I'm waffling, yeah. Toodaloo.